Hi student, today we are going to discuss the refraction through a prism. Suppose this is our prism, we mark it as A, B and C. Okay? Suppose an incident ray, we mark it as PQ. Okay, this ray is incident at the point Q of surface AB. Then at the point of incidence we draw a normal. So since this ray PQ is refracted from air to glass, then after refraction it will bend towards the normal. Okay, suppose this point is R. Now at the side AC, this ray will again refract from glass to air. Then at R we draw a normal again. Okay, the normal should be perpendicular to the face AC. So after refraction, the ray will bend away from the normal. Okay, then this angle between incident ray and normal, this is called angle of incidence. Okay, and the angle between emergent ray and normal, this is angle of emergence. Okay, now the angle between these two faces, this angle is called prism angle. Okay, that means this is our prism angle. This angle is angle of incidence. Okay, this one is angle of emergence. This PQ, this one is incident ray, QR is refracted ray, and suppose this point is S, RS is emergent ray, and angle A is prism angle. Okay, so next, if we increased this incident ray by a dotted line in the original direction, and also if we increase this emergent ray in the backward direction, then these two rays will intersect at this point, and suppose it is point M, and this angle formed by these two dotted lines, this angle is called angle of deviation, that is represented by delta. Okay, this delta is called angle of deviation. Okay, that means by this much of angle delta, this incident ray is deviated from its actual path. Okay, so this is the refraction through a prism. Now we will discuss under which condition this angle of deviation will be minimum. That means condition for angle of minimum deviation. So angle of deviation will be minimum if angle of incidence and angle of emergence becomes equal. That means if angle of incidence becomes equals to angle of emergence, then angle of deviation delta will be equals to delta m. That means angle of deviation will be equals to angle of minimum deviation. Now if we draw a graph between angle of incidence and angle of deviation, suppose along x-axis we consider angle of incidence and along y-axis we consider angle of deviation delta, then the graph will be like this. Okay. So what this graph represent, if we increase the angle of incidence initially, then angle of deviation start decreasing. Okay. Now if we continue to increase in the angle of incidence, the angle of deviation will attain a minimum value. Okay. Angle of deviation will attain a minimum value, and after attaining that minimum value, if we increase the angle of incidence again, then what will happen? This angle of deviation will increase again. Okay. So this minimum value of angle of deviation, this is called angle of minimum deviation, and to obtain that, at that point angle of incidence should be equal to angle of emergence. Okay.